Hi, I'm Mark, host of RedWolf TV, and welcome back to the showroom. In our 20 years of RedWolf Airsoft, we've come across many interesting, unique, and of course, cool airsoft guns. A lot of those have come through these doors and made it into this showroom. Some of these guns has even come to have a lasting impact on the history of airsoft, kind of reaching like a holy grail status. Much like this KWA Chris Vector GBBR you see behind me. And of course, we would have really fun toys like this, the Hikatsu mortar system. Yeah, it's not an airsoft thing, but it was tons of fun though. In airsoft, we have such a wide variety of different models we can practically play with really whatever we want. However, everything you see oftentimes is based off of real steel products, especially equipment used by the various militaries and law enforcement agencies around the world. I guess that would explain why the M4 and the Glock are just so darn popular. Our hobby, at times, it falls victim of taking itself a little too serious. Just like sometimes our players take ourselves a little too serious as well. I'm definitely guilty of the occasional cover fire or watch that flank. Airsoft. It's a serious thing sometimes. But sometimes we just gotta have a little bit of fun, right? And because airsoft is not real steel, that means it frees up a lot of creative abilities for manufacturers to go out and make something really unique and really special. I'm talking about guns like the porcelain gun or the Jawa ion blaster. Pew pew. Both of which have been shown off at our booth at IWA 2019. It's pretty cool if you ask me. But then there's Ares, never one to shy away from making guns that could be classified from cool to the downright strange. Ares had always been delivering on at least the interesting. But you know what they say, right? One man's heresy is another man's gospel. So let's see what this, I don't even know how to define this. Whatever this is, let's see if it's fun or flop. This is it, the Ares Amoeba Striker AS-03 sniper rifle. In quotations, the latest entry to its much older and longer cousins, the AS-01 and the AS-02. Now, you may be like me and struggle to call this thing a sniper rifle, but turns out that there might be some reason to the madness, and we're gonna find out as we progress through this video. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the AS-03's longer and older cousins, let me give you guys a refresher. The AS-01 and the AS-02 can probably be stated as some of the most affordable and best shooting out-of-the-box snipers you can get your hands on. Number one, they shoot great. They're very accurate, they have great out-of-the-box FPS, and they have a wealth of accessories that you can add on to this thing. And to top all of that up, they're also very tactical. Just look at these guns. Now, where did they get this inspiration from, you may ask? Well, it's pretty obvious. From Magpul. As this is the third iteration of the Striker, I want to show you guys how the gun has evolved. This very long traditional looking one is the AS-01, which we can truly term as a sniper rifle. The medium one is the AS-02 and was termed, well, a scout rifle. And the short one here, this AS-03, is, you can call it a bolt action pistol. Even though I'm only showing it in black, it also comes in 3 different colors: OD, Urban Gray, and Desert Tan. The AS-03 has 2 different magazine option colors, black and tan. However, all the colors only come in a black magazine. The tan one is optional, you have to buy yourself, sadly. So if you haven't noticed by now, these guns seem to be getting shorter and shorter. Just take a look at how the AS-02 compared to the AS-01. And the same now goes for the AS-03. Now when the 02 came out, I was a bit concerned about performance, but safe to say, it blew my mind. It was much better than I had imagined, and I guess we're going to see if the same can be said about the AS-03. So now we're going to get into some comparisons in which I'm going to keep the AS-02 on the table. You know, when I look at this thing, it reminds me of something. It reminds me of like a modern day pirate gun. Like one of these, like a flintlock pistol. Like, it's so cool. it kind of looks the same. Now let's compare this with the O2. There are also some other similarities between these two guns, so let's go over those. Aside from the body materials, the AS-03 uses the same style short throw bolt action as the rest of the series, and it employs a similar design as the AS-02, which means it should shoot and operate extremely smooth. And it should also have a decent FPS right out of the box, even with its shorter barrel. While we're on the topic of the bolt, there is a small difference here between the AS-03 and the AS-02. Now on the AS-03, the bolt is a one-piece bolt cylinder. That means the head and the body is one single piece, whereas the AS-02 is a traditional cylinder head with its bolt and so on. So it's a two-piece system, cylinder head and the bolt, traditional. The reason why this is a great idea to have is because when your bolt and cylinder is one piece, you should have better air seal compared to a two-piece system where you could potentially get a bit of leakage where the cylinder head screws onto the bolt itself, the cylinder itself. So I'm interested to see how will that affect its overall shooting performance. I guess we will find out soon enough. Internally, the gun features the same guts as the AS-02, which if you watched my last review video, click on the card above, it has an impressive amount of upgrades compared to the AS-01. Some of the more notable internals is the trigger and the 90-degree lever and sears. Finally, you also will find the hop up at the same position and can be easily adjusted with an Allen key. Regular viewers of our channel will know that every time we do a review, we like to work from the outside in. However, this time I feel like it's important for us to go from the inside out because like most of these Ares Striker sniper rifles, they have a wealth of accessories for you to dress them up, and you can kind of customize them however you'd like, as you can see from these really cool photos right here. Ares has been building an incredible ecosystem around these Striker sniper rifles in terms of different parts and accessories. This is a great thing because it just makes the life of players so much easier. You don't have to worry about will this fit or will that fit. It just has a bunch of stuff that is ready for you to dress up your guns how you want them. Even though sometimes this can be a little confusing because there's the other problem, compatibility. We want to know which parts are compatible and which ones are not. So here's a few that we can tell you are compatible. Now while we're on the topic of compatibility, here are a list of things that are compatible. Starting off with our barrel and suppressors. They're compatible between the two of them. Some pieces may need an adapter, but that was the same on the AS-02 anyways. Muzzle devices are definitely compatible. So if you see that badass muzzle device, that comp, or that brake that you see on the AS-02, it's gonna fit your 03. And of course, the many different knobs that they have on your charging handle. That is also compatible between the both of them. Finally, the handguards. Most of the handguards you see on the AS-02 will fit on the AS-03. As long as you swap out for a longer barrel, of course. Well, surprisingly, the one thing that is not compatible are the magazines. Okay, that's not an entirely true statement. While all three magazines from the 1, 2, and 3 will fit on both of these guns, the AS-03 mag will not fit in the AS-01. Allow me to demonstrate. Here's the AS-01, and due to its shaped feeding lips right here, as you can see, this mag is just too short. You can't fit it in. Too short.
That's what she said.
Now, as I mentioned about accessories, yes, there are some compatible ones, but there are also ones unique to the AS-03. Now, the first thing you're gonna see is this really cool flashlight module right here on the handguard. It makes it feel and look like a shotgun. I wanna charge this thing up in the front. It also has switches right here, so you can activate and deactivate your flashlight with an on and off switch. And this really cool muzzle brake. Now, it really does look like a shotgun, a breaching shotgun. You just add a foregrip on there, and all I want to do is rack it from here. Using 0.2 gram BBs. My goodness. It's time for that shooting. Now I did add a little foregrip onto this thing. It helps you charge the gun a little bit better. There's our target down there, and let's just see how good she shoots. Let's see how she performs. Has a nice indicator right here. Oh, she's shooting a little low. Still shooting a little low. There we go. In every sense of the word, it is what you would expect from an Amoeba striker sniper rifle. From the action to the trigger, everything is exactly where it needs to be. The BBs fly quite well. It is shooting a little bit low. It's probably because I haven't done anything to this scope, but a little word on the scope, it's super clear. I can see exactly the fly of my BBs, and I'm trying to adjust it as I go, my holdover. One thing I do have to say though, I wish that the angle of this pistol grip was a little bit further in. If they took this little bit of excess here and then they moved it in just a tad, it would be much better. And you definitely need a vertical foregrip for this thing, because charging this thing is not going to be easy, especially if you want to rotate it this way and charge. Not an easy time. Let's finish this off. Two more. One more for good fun. One-handed. Yep, I totally whiffed on that one. Let's take a look at those results. Alright, so like I said, it was shooting a little low, so as you can see, some of it did land a little on the low side and a bit over on the left. However, what we can see is that the gun is more than able to hold a tight group, as you can see with these shots, right? These shots here, and even with these shots. All you gotta do is you have to pay a little bit more attention, possibly put a longer handguard on there with a longer outer barrel, easier for you to reach out there and charge it while still looking down sights. Other than that, it's a pretty decent shooter, and it was exactly what I would have expected from a striker sniper rifle. The AS-03 shot about as good as I imagined it would, because why wouldn't it? It does have the same pedigree as the AS-02, and it came from the AS-01, all in the family. What I would like you guys to do right now though, before I continue and finish off with this video, pause it right now, hit on that card above, and I want you to re-watch those two reviews of the AS-01 and AS-02, because why not? You're done, you're back. All right, now let's get back into this gun. This gun, yes, it shot great, was a good performer, but I feel like, you know, Airsoft has gotten a little too serious lately. And for us to just come out with a gun like this, just to go and buy a gun like this, there's some space for this. Because no matter how you look at it, the AS-03 here, it really does put a smile on your face. It gives you a good chuckle. I personally feel like Ares never designed this gun for you to just take it out as it is, but for you to actually dress it up. Because if you don't, and you just take it out there vanilla, well, you know, it's just gonna be like that really awkward cousin that you end up bringing to prom. The one that's not all fully developed yet. Yeah, that one. But then if you take some magic, you know, sprinkle some of that Maybelline makeup on that cousin, you never know. You might done got yourself there a looker. You know what I mean, guys, right? Now, aside from all of that, the AS-03 is still a good performing and good shooting gun. And might dare I say, one of its strong suits, believe it or not. is the lack of a stock. Now, okay, I hear what you're saying. Before you go and turn off this video and declare me crazy, I'm just gonna say this. Hear me out, okay? Give me a second to explain myself. Some people out there like to play with full face masks, mesh masks, dye masks, paintball masks of all shapes and sizes. The reason why is because nobody likes to get shot in the face or get shot up teeth, right? So if you had a stock, you wouldn't be able to cheek it anyway. So you're gonna have to take it off. And some people don't like that. With this, you can configure it with a long barrel for precision shots and still wear a mask. Maybe you put a foregrip in the front so you can hold it still and still shoot, so you can run a full face protection while using a sniper rifle. Other than that, I can see other applications with this gun as well. Now you could put a mid-length barrel on this, sling this over your back kind of like a shotgun, and in those situations where your AEG can't reach out and hit the guy, and your pistol's definitely not going to hit the guy, you could really whip this guy out, take that one precision shot, 2 precision shots to take out your target, and away you go. It's light enough where it's not going to be obtrusive, and you can even throw a small, maybe a magnifying optic on there anyways. So there is some practical application to this. Now, are there things I don't like? Yes, it has the same funky trigger as the AS-02. Now, I'm not talking about the trigger safety drives me nuts. No, I'm not talking about that. It's just the trigger break. It takes time to get used to. I feel like the AS-01 had the best trigger out of all 3, even though the operating feeling of the bolt on the 2 and 3 are much superior to the AS-01. The grip, I wish it was a little bigger, but then again, I'm here just nitpicking once again. At the end of the day, if this is not the one you're looking for, it's still got 2 really good alternatives that you can choose from, the AS-01 and of course the AS-02. If not, this is a fun gun to pick up, if not for anything to going around plinking in your backyard or trolling and taking it to a CQB game in its short form. Cause hey, you know, airsoft gotta be fun, right? But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the AS-03? I wanna hear all your comments in the comment section below, and I'll probably catch some of you there with some replies. And if you want cool products like this and many more, don't forget to check out our online store at www.redwolfairsoft.com. Until the next episode, guys, my name is Mark, aka Blue Steel. I'll see you next time. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Like the video if you liked it. See y'all later.